Pacific Coast Television presents Coastside Live. Support local musicians, artists, and spoken word on April 30th from 7 to 9 p.m. in Half Moon Bay at our free community media event. Broadcast live on Channel 26 and 27 and on PacificCoast.tv.
Yeah, everybody, what's going on, Coastside?
Welcome to Coastside Live. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out tonight. I'm one of your hosts, Astro, and this is...
I'm Marty. Good to see you, Astro. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm hanging in there. You know what? I'm really excited. This is a new thing that we're trying out at PCT. You know, here's the deal. Pacific Coast TV, a long time ago, started out as Pacifica Community Television, but now we serve the entire Coastside, so it's Pacific Coast TV. And guess what? We don't have multiple studios, but tonight, Astro, the idea is we want people from the Coastside, from the Mid-Coast, from Pacifica to Pescadero, Half Moon Bay. We want everybody to know that this is your TV station too. Can we give it up for having a community TV station? So, Astro, do me a favor. I know that you've been working with us a little bit, and I know you're supposed to be asking me questions, but let me ask you, what do you think is the value of having a community television station right in your own backyard that can do wonderful things like show off all these wonderful people that we're going to meet tonight?
Community television is so important. I'm interning with Pacific Coast Television. I'm so thankful for the opportunity. I'm super excited to see all the really talented musicians and spoken word, and we have lots of artists and vendors here selling their work. And I think it's important that you're giving people the opportunity to have their own show or to work in production.
Yeah. Well, and also just for people to share their culture, to share their art. We have so many tantos Latinos in here. Any Latinos in here tonight? Órale, vata y vata. So, you know what? I got to tell you something. It is so exciting to see all the different culture that gets shared through a community media center, and all the people, many of them that otherwise wouldn't have an opportunity to go on Cron or to go on some of the big TV stations. So that's what we're here for. I even got my man Jim Henderson and his crowd over here from the community radio. What's up, Jim? Who were instrumental in helping us find some of the talent tonight. So, Astro, I'm just really excited. I know you wanted to ask me some questions, but I wanted to ask you that kind of pivotal question too. But what do you got for me?
I appreciate it. And shout out Jim. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing an interview with him a little bit later too.
Yes, ma'am. And I've interviewed with a lot of folks. We're going to be interviewing folks, and we're going to actually be talking to a lot of the folks who are going to be performing, and some of our wonderful vendors that we have in here tonight. You had a question for me?
Tell me a little bit more about PCT and how they foster community with events like this.
Well, you know, obviously, the proof's in the pudding here tonight. And by the way, this will be replayed multiple times. But I think, really what we are is we're a public access. So a long time ago, if I put the Wayback Wheel on here, there was this thing that was created called Public Education and Government. That's Public Education and Government Access, PEG. And the idea with the cable industry was to have something kind of like a C-SPAN for the local community, where you could see all your local your city council meetings, your local educational meetings, all that kind of stuff, and it could be under one roof. But the pivotal part of it, folks, and this is what I want you to hear, is the public access. So what happens is cities get a thing called a right-of-way fee. This is a fee that comes directly from cable subscribers. Now, what a lot of cities lately have done is just kind of use that to fill potholes and stuff like that. But that fee was originally intended, and what most cities still do is use that fee along with another special fee called a PEG fee to help fund things like this so that we can have these things in the community. And the bottom line is that the more that we can share the community's art, the culture, the more the community comes together. And that's no more evident than it is in Massachusetts, which, by the way, all my mass access people, I love you. I know you're watching. They have a state law that says, hey, look, you gotta use these funds for that. And guess what? They have the highest educated people, the highest number of degreed people in the entire United States. And I don't think there's any coincidence that the reason is because they've got well-funded, well-supported public access centers.
Awesome. Thank you.
I don't know if that answered your question. But,
It did, yes. And can you tell me about some of the shows that PCT has?
Yeah, we have all kinds of different, like I said, a lot of it's cultural. Like if you look into the public access part of it, we have a show. This guy started doing a show at our TV station when he was literally 15 years old. His name is Dennis Willis. He went on to become the chairman of our board, and he has a show called Sound Waves. And what it does is it shows off all the local bands, all the local people who are doing wonderful things. And I got to tell you, you watch that Sound Waves show, and I guarantee you think you're watching network TV. It's as good as anything you're going to see anywhere. I don't care Disney. I don't care Netflix. You're going to love what you see right here on PCT. That's just one example. But I could be here all night talking about examples. What I'd rather do is tell you, go to that website. It's right there, pacificcoast.tv. And if you're not a member, become a member. We love you. We need you. It takes a village. And maybe you can get your show on PCT as well.